Okay, so I know I'm a little bit late for autumn, but I had to show you guys this week of meal prep, especially this honey barbecue chicken we're going to make with the crispiest potato wedges, and I'll show you how I get them really crispy. I also want to show you some of my other current autumn favorites, and I mean these are really classic flavors, so they're really good all year. But if you're new to the series on my channel, this is perfect if you just want to cook once and then have healthy meals ready to go for the rest of the week. So that is what we're going to do right now. We're going to prep 16 healthy meals for the week in about 1 hour, and this is really ideal for the busy girl, for you and for me. And what I mean by that is that the portion sizes are really perfect for women, especially if you want meals that are higher in protein and lower in calories. Actually, I make all the meals in the series roughly 400 calories, and the snacks are usually 200. And the reason I do that is that it just makes it so easy to just prep your meals. You can enjoy your food and you don't have to think about calories at all during the week. It's kind of like the perfect way, it's kind of like the easiest way to lose weight, and it's just the easiest way to maintain your weight as well. That's what I do. Anyway, I thought I'd just mention really quickly, I sprained my ankle really badly like 3 months ago walking my dogs, and that is a whole long story that we won't get into now, but that is why I'm so late with this video, and that is why I haven't posted in a while. But the good news is that it's actually given me some time that I really needed to work on something that I've been trying to finish for absolute ages. I'm almost finished my new ebook. It's not out yet. But if you like this week of prep, there's 12 more of these in the book. All the meals are high protein, low calorie, and incredibly delicious. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I've been working on it for so long, so I will pin a comment below this video when it is out though, maybe in like a week or two. But anyway, right now let's get some meals in these containers. I'm just gonna preheat the oven really quickly. And while that preheats, I'm gonna put together this cinnamon apple baked oatmeal. This is such a good breakfast. So I'm just gonna start by chopping up this apple and getting it in this baking dish. Also adding in 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce, 1 egg or vegan egg replacer, 2 cups of rolled oats, 1/3 cup of almonds chopped up, 1/4 cup of almond butter, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, about 2/3 teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a little pinch of nutmeg, pinch of salt, and lastly about 1.5 cups of milk. You can use either non-fat dairy milk or unsweetened soy milk. I'm using soy. Just mixing it really quickly. And what I like to do is save a few of the apple pieces and the almonds for the top, just adding them on. It just makes it look good. And that is ready for the oven, but the oven is not ready. It's not done preheating yet. So I'm just gonna wash some vegetables and things in the meantime and get them ready. Some bell peppers, a whole lot of them, some broccoli, also rinsing a can of chickpeas, and I'm adding them to the one side of a baking tray, and I'm slicing up all these bell peppers, all of them, for the other side. I really like the combination of the orange and the red. It's very autumny. And adding about 2 tablespoons of oil over everything, also salt and pepper over everything. And then what I like to do is add like a teaspoon of basil to the peppers, very nice, and some smoked paprika to the chickpeas. And I'm just putting that aside as well for a second and getting the broccoli into a different baking dish. Peeling and cutting up 2 onions. I really like the purple ones. They have great flavor and they look nice. The first one I'm just cutting into wedges and adding that to the baking dish with the broccoli. And the second one I'm chopping up into quite small pieces. I'm going to use this a little bit later. You'll see. We'll get there. Then adding a little bit of oil, some salt, some pepper, just keeping this one simple because it's just going to be a side. And you know what? This baking dish is actually a little bit small. I'm actually going to use a bigger one. Just giving it all a mix. And now for the potato wedges. I've got about 600 grams of potatoes here. I've cut them into wedge shapes. And what I like to do is lay them all out flat on a baking tray. I like to line them all up. That's how I get them so crispy. Add a quick spray of oil. Get them all evenly coated. That's why I like to use the spray for this. And some salt, some pepper, about a teaspoon of onion powder, and also about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I actually like to use quite a lot. It makes the potato wedges really good. And the oven is ready, finally. So I can get everything in. The potato wedges, the peppers and chickpeas, the broccoli and onion, the baked oatmeal. I'm baking all of these at 380 degrees Fahrenheit. That's roughly 190 degrees Celsius. They'll all be about 40 to 45 minutes, except for the broccoli. That'll come out a little bit sooner. That'll be like half an hour. Okay, now that everything is in the oven, we're gonna move over to the stove. So we're gonna prep some quinoa, and we're also gonna start prepping the snack. But I thought I'd just mention really quickly that I'm making everything gluten-free and dairy-free, but you can either use dairy or make it dairy-free. And then I will mention some vegan options too, because it's actually really easy to customize this to make it, you know, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan. But yeah, I'm just gonna tie my hair up quickly, and then we can get started with the stove. Just wash this. I'm doing about 2/3 of a cup of dry quinoa, with about 1 1/3 cups of water. Get that cooking. And now we're gonna start prepping the snack over here. Get pan on, get that heated up, a bit of oil. Now this onion that we chopped up earlier, we are gonna caramelize this. It's gonna make the snack so good. So let's get this on. You really want to get it nice and brown. It's gonna add so much flavor. And you can actually add like half a teaspoon of maple syrup or brown sugar to the onions, get them even more caramelized. But I'm just gonna leave these browning for a moment while I put together the rest of the dip. I'm using about 1 1/3 of a cup of plain yogurt, and you can either use non-fat dairy or unsweetened soy. I'm using the soy. A 1/4 cup of tahini, a tablespoon of olive oil, about a 1/4 cup of chopped parsley or a little bit more, some salt and pepper, a nice big squeeze of lemon juice, and then the caramelized onion. And this is the main flavor of the dip, so you definitely can't skip this. It's caramelized onion dip, and I just mix it up and serve it between some little containers. And what I actually like to do is save a few pieces of caramelized onion and parsley for the top. It just makes it look cute. And then I've got some vegetables for dipping here. I love carrot sticks with this. It's probably my favorite thing to have with this dip. It really adds that nice crunch. Some cucumber slices. I like long, thin slices for this snack. You know what, celery actually keeps really well, so I sometimes do celery instead of the cucumber, but both are very nice with this dip. And then some baby tomatoes. I actually found these multicolored ones at the store, so I decided to get them. They look quite autumny as well. So yeah, and just fill up all the jars with water once the vegetables are in. So if you keep the vegetables in the water like this, it keeps them really fresh. I just pour the water out right before I eat them and keeps them nice and crunchy. And yeah, that is the snack. That is the snack ready to go. So actually, we're basically done. There's not that much more left to do. We're just waiting for the things to come out the oven. They're almost done. So the last thing we just have to do is prep the sauce for the chicken and then make the chicken. And then we're gonna serve everything out. So I'm just gonna put these in the fridge quickly, and then we're gonna make the sauce. The sauce is not even that complicated. I just got like a bunch of different things, but these are just very simple, basic, regular kitchen ingredients, nothing too fancy. Makes an amazing honey barbecue chicken sauce. This is one of my favorite chicken dinners at the moment. And if you've ever thought chicken meal prep is boring, try this dinner. It's anything but boring. So this is how I like to make it. A 1/4 cup of ketchup or tomato sauce, about half a tablespoon of cooking oil, 2 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup, a tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of white vinegar, about a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of onion powder, salt and pepper, and that's it, just mixing it. And I'm heating up a pan on the stove, adding a little bit of oil and adding the chicken. And what I like to do is either use chicken tenders or just chicken breast meat cut into pieces, but my favorite is the tenders. I'm using my one-turn chicken method for this chicken. It's the best way to get it tender and still crispy underneath, in my opinion. So I'm going to let it cook till it's almost cooked through for like 5 minutes or so. and then maybe a little bit longer. And then I'm going to turn it, and it'll be nice and crispy. And then I'm going to put the sauce on. And you can actually use tofu if you want to instead of this. I actually really like this with tofu. I use the firm tofu, press it first, cut it into squares, get it nice and crispy before adding the sauce. Really good, I think. So either one works with this. So this is done. Chicken's done. Move that over there. And these things are done as well. Ooh. Wedges. Crispy. Ready to go. Yum. Very hot. Bell peppers and chickpeas. And the apple cinnamon baked oatmeal is over here. Everything is done now, so I'm going to serve out the chicken first because I don't want it to overcook in the pan. So I'm going to do the chicken and wedges first. These wedges have gone so crispy, and I really love making wedges like this because the onion powder and the smoked paprika gives them so much flavor. That's really all you need. So some of those in there, some of the vegetables, and the honey barbecue chicken, last but not least. So saucy. What a great dinner. It's a really great dinner. You can't go wrong with this. For the lunches, I'm starting with the quinoa, which was also done cooking a while ago. It only takes like 15 minutes to cook, so very quick. Some of the fresh cilantro. Really love adding something to make it add some fresh and some green, you know. Then the roasted bell peppers and chickpeas, which look so crispy as well. So what I've actually done with these bowls is stack the protein, the quinoa, the roasted chickpeas, and this feta that I'm adding. I'm using about 200 grams of feta. You could use either dairy or vegan feta, but these all have some protein in them, so I've stacked them all together to make the total protein higher. A little bit of lime juice squeezed over brings out all the flavors. And what I like to do is add like a teaspoon of olive oil to each bowl. It's really nice over the quinoa, so that's where I put most of it. And you know what, I actually just decided to go with a piece of lime in each one as well. Half a lime into each bowl so I can squeeze it over right before I eat it. And some salt and pepper. I really love this type of lunch. And this is the last thing to serve out, the apple and cinnamon baked oatmeal. What I do is just cut around the edges to loosen it, then cut into 4 pieces. Comes out really easy. Such a good piece. It's a type of breakfast that I meal prep a lot. And just getting the lids onto everything so I can get it all in the fridge. We did it all in about an hour. So as I mentioned earlier, if you like this week of meal prep, there's 12 more weeks like this in my new ebook. It's not out yet, but I will pin a comment below this video when it's out. For now, you can download the free grocery shopping list that goes along with this video. It's on my blog. I'm gonna link it below. You can download it there. Right now, I'm gonna show you how to customize the calories of this whole week of meal prep if you want. It's really easy to customize to get anywhere from 1,200 to 2,200 calories a day for if you're trying to lose weight or maintain weight. So let me just grab my little notepad and pen, and then I can show you. So as I mentioned earlier, I make all the meals in this series about 400 calories. That's the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all the snacks about 200. So that's what makes it really easy to customize. So for 1,200 calories a day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner, and then just leave out the snack. For 1,400 calories a day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, and the snack. For 1,600 calories a day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner, and then double the portion of the snack. For 1,800 calories a day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, double the portion of the dinner, and then just the regular portion of the snack. For 2,000 calories a day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, double the dinner, and double the snack. And for 2,200 calories a day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, double the dinner, double the snack, and then 200 free calories to use however you like. So this could be like a slice of toast with a tablespoon of peanut butter, or a snack bar. Most of them are like 200, or a large iced brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk, something like that. I hope that helps you if you want to be able to customize the calories for yourself. You can also just prep a lower amount of calories that you need in a day and then have more free calories to use on things like snacks and coffees. That's what I usually do.